Alright guys, we got the second rung in place. Now you'll see this one I've mounted what would be actually to the pack side of the frame, and I did that for two reasons. We'll get to that. First, let's see where we're at. Alright, at the top of our frame, this is now sitting just below the bottom of the frame, and I put this here so that when we use to secure these straps to secure it, I could bring them down underneath this and use it to pull the whole bag down and keep it taut. Right? Whereas if I put the rung up here somewhere, I'd have nothing to lash to. And the second reason I put it on the outside is this is where our lower shoulder straps are going to mount to, and they're going to be pulling the load this way. So by putting it on the other side, this piece of wood is just going to put stress on the front piece of wood rather than on my lashing if I lashed it on this side. And this is where my back's going to go, so by putting it on the back, I've bought myself another, I don't know, inch or inch and a half of clearance. So I'm going to secure that, and then we're going to move down to our final cross piece, which I got to figure out where my hip strap's going to go. Alright guys, stick with me here. We're so close to being done. So there's our bag. These straps actually managed to go all the way around my lower frame and strap back onto themselves, making this, it's on there quite snug now. I got lucky, that fit really nice. Next step's our shoulder straps. So there, you guys see how that worked? That easy, you attach your upper shoulder straps. Run this thing around the frame, buckle it back onto itself. Try and get these guys at the same length. There you have it. The lowers are even easier. Let's see, make sure we get this the right way. I gotta say, for my first time playing with the Alice pack, I'm impressed with these buckles for tensioning your shoulder straps. It's actually a spring-loaded mechanism with a pull tab for adjusting your shoulder straps. That's very cool, considering most of the buckles on here are just stamped steel. They're strong and they're durable. They're not the easiest things to adjust. So I'm gonna throw these on. We're gonna get the pack on my back, and I'm gonna figure out where my lower rung has to be for my my hip belt. Alrighty guys, we got our lower rung in place down here. Just to give you a demo how this should be working. This is just a cheap 2-inch strap I got at the dollar store with a Fast-X type buckle on it. Put that on below that rung, right where my kidney belt would be. Get my knife out of there. Alright. That's where the kidney belt should be. Watch this. Took the shoulder straps right off. Bag's still there. That's the kidney belt doing its job. Or your hip strap. So I'm going to secure all this, and we're going to get a load on this thing. Have a look at it. Alright guys, here we go. That's the pack with the original load in it that I was showing you. I love it. But we're not done yet. A lot of you guys might be thinking, if you don't know a lot about pack frames, you know, what did I really change, right? It's still the same load in the same bag with the same shoulder straps on it. What did this frame do? Well, I'm going to show you. Alright guys, here is the load I had in this pack when we started. Oh, by the way, the previous owner installed the cool Fast-X Buckles mod on here already. So that was nice. Alright, I got my wool army jacket. I got an Army issue wool blanket, not even a big one, a small one, and my insulated hunting pants. This is kind of a general load. This is the stuff I swiped out of the top of my hunting bag. That's all that was in this bag, those 3 things, and it was matched right out. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna lash all this down here. Now, what are you looking for, buds? Are you looking for something to drink? Yeah, go ahead. I know there is sleeping bag attachment straps here, and guys have been putting the MMS sleep system carrier on here for a while. I'm gonna show you guys how to do something else. Using these attachment points here, you're just pulling on the bottom of the bag. And this, I don't think this is gonna be a very secure attachment point. What we're gonna do, conveniently, when the guy sold these Fast S buckles, he left the old steel ones behind here. We're gonna use that as a lashing point. So what that is gonna do, this strap ties us into our top strap, and this strap ties us into the top of the frame. And then our straps from here are gonna go all the way down to the bottom of this frame. And it's gonna secure our whole load together. One big tension point across the top. Let me show you how we're gonna do that. I got lucky. I found these straps in one of the pockets of this pack. It came with it. But I'm sure you guys all know Walmart for $1.50, or most of your sporting goods stores will get you a set of sleeping bag straps for like $1.50. Will get you the pair. If you can't find sleeping bag straps, you can just make a simple lashing, or use like a Canadian jam knot, some paracord. Not pretty, but we'll get the job done. All right, there we go. You there, you there. Hold my army jacket up again. Now, of course, guys, I could stick this in like an MSS sleep system carrier, or the valise off the Canadian Forces ruck, or a sea line bag, or any other kind of compression sack. But I'm sticking to a real cheap budget on this one, and just this is all big bulky stuff anyway. Just rolling this stuff up and strapping it was free. All right, so now we got that load down there. Now we got the whole bag empty. Remember, this bag was full before. Let's see what we can fit in it now. First aid kit. Stowaway pot. I don't know. Odds and ends bag. My camera bag. Water bottle. Second water bottle. Running out of gear. Yeah, buds? Are you tying down my tripod? Alright, Wolfie stole my Pathfinder bottle, or I'd throw it in there too. But all that gear was extra. This bag was full a minute ago. That's how much more I'm carrying in this. So I'm going to pack this up, put it back on, and we'll have a look at it actually full. Alright guys, so here we got it, loaded right out. And there's still lashing points on the side. I got room on the top. I could put more on this. Right as it is right now, I'm loving it. I got to admit though, I got some stuff poking me in the back, but you saw how I loaded that bag. I was just throwing pots and water bottles and stuff in there. You know, it's kind of well known, you got to put something in the back of these packs, your tarp or a blanket or a pad or something. Alright, let's have another closer look at it again, and we'll see what we got. Alright guys, here's our bag. Now what I was saying about these straps, is the bottom of these straps is wrapped around the bottom of our frame. Here, they tie into the straps on the main pack. Here they tie into the straps for the flap, and at the top of this, they tie back into our frame. So as these tighten all down together, it brings your whole load in together. I think that's a better system of lashing it, but that's just me. Let's look at our frame again. If you guys recall, I put this cross member here is on the pack side of the frame, whereas the one for the hip strap and the one at the top are on my side of the frame. The reason I did this was to give me a little bit more distance for my back. And you see my load here is kind of popping out towards me. I'm going to have to put something in here to pad it or to keep it forward. I guess if you wanted to spend more time on this, you could do like a net style lashing in here, or like almost like weaving a snowshoe or a wicker weaving, and I might do that down the road. I actually left this really simple because I want to do a lot of upgrades coming up. You know, as I test it and as I find areas I'm not happy with, I'm going to add stuff to it. Now, I mentioned our budget. What we're in for so far. Medium Alice pack and straps I got for $10. I can't guarantee you're always going to find one at that price, but that's what I spent. The cordage for the lashings, $1. I didn't even use the whole roll, so pennies. These straps would cost you $1.50 or $2. Mine came with it. Again, they didn't cost me anything. This strap I got at the dollar store. I think it's a luggage strap, but it was 2-inch and it had buckles on it. $2. So we're in for 10, 1, $1.50 is $12.50. This is $2. $14.50. Built a rucksack. And if you have this stuff laying around, you could obviously do it for even less than that. You know, a C-line bag would be cool on here. They're $35 to $40. That would blow my budget right out. The Canadian sleep system carrier or the MMS carrier you can get around here for about $10. So that might be a worthwhile upgrade I'll do down the road. Now, if I had a large Alice pack, it would have been nice to put the proper hip straps on here with the pad on it, but I don't have one. And like I said, it's big bucks to upgrade to the large. You're in for $70. That's a lot more money. But there you have it. So I'm going to take this hunting tomorrow morning, and then we're going to be back at camp again tomorrow night. Probably stay out here tomorrow night till Sunday, and this is going to be my carry for the time being, for the purposes of testing it out. Alright guys, there you have it. I haven't really come up with a name yet. So far I'm calling it the Canadian frame, but I'm sure somebody else must have thought of this before I did. I've seen the occasional photo of a wood frame on an Alice pack in the forums, but Google didn't bring me anything. I couldn't find any reference to it. But there you go. I know it's a little bit basic because I plan on testing this and upgrading it down the road. But yeah, I wanted to start off on something simple. So yeah, if you have any ideas for me, feel free to post them up. If you have any questions, ask. I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks a lot, guys.